our everyday activities, 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 our everyday activities. Soon on the break, they can know you to say. You and your friends, who got everything, everything. But our everyday activities, sometimes I make it, sometimes it's time to be positive. Come to my house, you eat and you drink. Go to my neighborhood, you can say that for me. What did they say? And they got nothing to do. And like the everyday activity that what we do. So no dispatch, the better we can figure out. Not keep glass, no matter when we do it. Go to your go. Everyday activity, no money to go. Get on the floor, tell them what we do. Everyday activity, something that we produce. Cheer all day, make sure don't go to jail. But let the money spend, let them use the play. As soon as they pray, when chicken say, go, it's all classic. As soon as they pray, when chicken say, go, it's all classic. Our everyday activities, 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 our everyday activities. We go to get money, so money not a thing. You are food to my case. I'm happy. Are you there? Get my fabulous. Saka, I'm what I say. You don't get my hope. And you hear it's up on my then you can walk the back or let me see another big free home. One day, so I have to celebrate. There will go by you, say the go, yeah. There will get by you, say the go, yeah. My feel what I feel. The person I don't have it, I can't be up there. Well, I'm your leave of one shot. I never come from the one and take. I get my word, I get one, just it was say it. And it's your leave. It's about musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the real authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Rabbi, why you taking? I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Thomas going to 24, putting Toto Ichiki.
A pleasant good morning to you and welcome to the midweek edition of the program from the Pre-News on Freedom FM 87.9. Today is Wednesday, the 16th of April, and the year is 2025. My name is Wendell Nimne, and Esther Daku wouldn't be in this morning, and so I'm going to be here alone, hoping to join our USA partners so that together we can take you up to 12:30 this afternoon. So let's firstly recognize our sponsors, Crime Stoppers Liberia, headed by the chairman of the board of this institution, Omen Sam Sion. Also proud to be associated, Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Old Road Smart Road Junction, headed by Henry K. Jackson. And also a part of this program is Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, one of the giants in the importation and distribution of petroleum products on the Liberian market. So we will now run you through stories making headlines. We will begin this morning with the front page Africa newspaper. And let's bring you this breaking news. It says CDC suspends partisans for defying party line to support rival candidate and reaffirms commitment to Nema County. Let's take a few lines from this story. Very, very interesting. But let's catch up with a break a little bit. Let me just make some quick adjustment and be right back.
Well, man, let me know if you say one body. You are chill, shaka, pop your was in here for something. We call it something. What's the only difference? What chicken say, Bobo, so pass it. What's the difference? What chicken say, Bobo, so fast it. Now every day of evidence. 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 Oh, oh, oh. If you're behind, I hear you down. Oh, oh, oh. If you're down, anywhere, catch it anywhere. What is that? My hustle.
Many thanks for rejoining us. Let's continue with the front page Africa newspaper. But before I take that story, let me just recognize a good friend and a junior brother who celebrates his birthday today, Sylvester P. Collins for Destiny Petroleum celebrates his birthday today. And Sylvester P. Collins Senior, we want to say happy birthday to you, the children handsome daddy. Hope you celebrate your birthday in a grand style. Mr. Sylvester P. Collins Senior, CEO of Destiny Petroleum, Want to wish you all the best as you celebrate your birthday today. Also, today marks the birth anniversary of another friend and junior brother, Marcus Gipley, popularly known as G4 of the Liberia Telecommunications Authority. Happy birthday to you, G4. Hope you enjoy your special day. All right, so let's get to the stories. Let's take this story. It says Liberia CDC suspends partisans for defying party line to support rival candidate and reaffirms commitment to Nima County. Liberia's biggest opposition party, the Congress for Democratic Change, has suspended seven of its partisans for defying party directives by supporting a candidate aligned with the ruling Unity Party, an action CDC views as a betrayal of its core principles. Among those named for supporting the regime-backed candidate, Rep. Samuel Koga, Sam Kwan, Bill Wanta, Anita Roberts, Josiah Bosse, George Conway, Magnus Nia, and Thomas Q. Swan. The CDC has temporarily suspended all seven individuals pending further review by the party's Grievance and Ethics Committee. These suspensions are in accordance with the CDC Constitution, said Randall M. Dubayu II, Deputy National Secretary for Records and Research. As a party founded on discipline, loyalty, and structure, we must enforce internal cohesion while still allowing room for accountability and reconciliation. The CDC condemned Koga for his alleged role in the constitutional and politically motivated removal of the elected Speaker of the House of Representatives. It accused him and the Unity Party of undermining democratic principles for selfish political gains. While describing the suspensions as non punitive, the CDC emphasized the importance of due process and internal justice. The suspended individuals have been summoned to appear before the party's ethics committee for a hearing. In the upcoming senatorial by-election scheduled for April 22, the CDC did not officially field a candidate. However, the party has urged its supporters to vote for either of the three contenders, either Gonglo Ware, Garrison Yellow, or Mark Blewon. In the statement issued through Randall Dubayu II, Deputy Secretary for Records and Research, on Tuesday, the party reiterated its steadfast commitment to the people of Nima County while calling for unity and discipline among its partisans amid ongoing by-elections. The party emphasized Nima's strategic importance in Liberia's political, social, and economic landscape. It noted that during its time in power, the CDC-led administration made meaningful investments in the county, including projects in infrastructure, education, rural electrification, and social services. The CDC reiterates its unwavering commitment to developing and empowering the county and its people. The statement read, "Our party remains results driven and dedicated to national equity." The party also praised its supporters for their overwhelming turnout during a recent due payment event in Monrovia and announced plans for a nationwide mobilization campaign aimed at rebuilding momentum ahead of the 2029 elections. The energy display was a powerful reminder that this base remains alive and vibrant. The statement said, "With togetherness, reconciliation, and relentless resolve, we will turn every challenge into stepping stone for national revival." The CDC concluded its statement with a rallying call on war to victory 2029. So, folks, as it is, CDC suspends seven of its members for defying party line to support rival candidate. Let's get to more stories. Let's take more stories here on the front page, Africa online version. Let's get to more developments. Let's bring this. Okay, this story has to do with the vice president. We see him here, and we see some of the candidates in the senatorial by election. VP Coon fueling tribal politics to sway Nima by election in favor of Rep Koga. Nima County, this thing for the Gio people. Who is saying this? VP Coon. Nima County, in a bold and controversial move on the campaign trail in Nima County, Liberia's Vice President Jeremiah Pancon openly embraced tribal politics as he campaigned for Representative Samuel Koga, a candidate of the Gio tribe for the vacant senatorial seat. Speaking under the rallying cry, this thing for the Gio people, VP Cohn's remarks underscored a strategic build or ethnic allegiances that has provoked both support and criticism. During a campaign trail stop in Nima Electoral District Number 8, VP Cohn laid out a clear message to local voters. His speech emphasized that giving the current senator Nyadi Twayan Jurnian hails from the Mano tribe, the succeeding senator should come from the Gio tribe to ensure a balance between the two dominant ethnic groups in Nima County. If you support them, Gios, they will support you, Manos, in 2029, he declared, adding that if Rep. Samuel Koga wins, his message will be explicitly for the Mano people too. He defended his remarks, dismissing accusations of tribalism by attributing them to the long-standing local traditions endorsed by the elders. If Rep. Samuel Koga wins, I would tell them, Chief, it is for Mano people. Any Gio men want to get inside, I would say this thing for the Mano people. If they say I am tribalistic, that is their business. That the elders started this thing, we're supposed to keep it, and we will keep it. And so, my people, I beg you, Cohn promised to intensify his efforts by personally campaigning in key areas such as the Leo Clan. That's the Leo Clan, asserting that his schedule will be rigorous and focus on Koga's success, controversy, endorsements, and internal campaign dynamics. The vice president's rhetoric is part of a broader strategy to not only promote a candidate on what he presents as merit, but to also recalibrate the ethnic balance within NEMA's legislative representation. Cohn contended that the future political landscape in both the senatorial should reflect an equitable distribution between the Mano and Gio tribes. Cohn endorsement to Koga has also extended beyond tribal alignment. In the bid to shape future electoral outcomes, he shared candid advice with longtime political rival Madame Edith Gonglowe, a repeated senatorial hopeful from the Mano tribe. According to the vice president, he had urged her to step aside in the senatorial race in favor of contesting for a representative seat in the upcoming 2029 elections. Edith Gonglowe came to me. I said, big sister, leave this thing. Look for one district, register there to be representative. I will lead your campaign there in 2029. Let us keep this counterbalance. I say register, just register and go back America and sit down. We will campaign for you. When you win, you fly back from America, you go to NEC and take your certificate. Despite this counsel, Madame Gonglo Ware remains resolute in her bid for the senatorial seat. Backlash from women's groups and the call for issue-based campaigning. The vice president's focus on ethnic allegiances has not gone unnoticed. Among those voicing criticism are women supporters of Madame Gonglo Ware. They decried the emphasis on tribal politics as a division from the core issues facing the people of Nema County, issues such as development, social equity, and good governance. A member of a group of female activists expressed dismay over the vice president's comments. It is shameful that the vice president would dwell on tribalism instead of an issue based campaign, she said. This sentiment resonates in a county that has long been scrutinized for its lack of female legislative representation. Critics argue that by prioritizing tribal dynamics over pressing national concerns, that's critics argue that by patronizing tribal dynamics over pressing national concerns, VP risks deepening existing societal divides rather than uniting the electorate under a common vision for progress. But let's leave it there and jump to more stories. We are running you through the online version of the front page Africa newspaper. And let's get to this one. Right, let's get to this story. Yes, this will do. This story is centered around the former chief of protocol, Finna Bondo, faces probe over alleged corruption scheme. Ex-President Wia's former protocol chief, Finna Bondo, faces probe over alleged corruption scheme. The Assets Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force has summoned Madam Nora Finna Bondo, former chief of protocol, to ex-President George Weah for questioning in connection with an ongoing investigation into alleged acts of corruption and economic crimes. According to a letter dated April 14 and obtained by Front Page Africa, Madam Bondo is being investigated for her alleged role in a series of transactions involving the Anita Group of companies and its transport subsidiary, Gracious Ride. She is expected to appear before the task force on Thursday, April 17, that's tomorrow, at 2:30 p.m. at its headquarters in the Golden Key Compound, ELWA Compound Gray, that's ELWA King Gray Compound, Painesville. The letter signed by John Willie Shield, head of investigation and intelligence, and approved by Councilor Edwin Clark Martin, chairman of APRIL, alleges that Madam Bondo, while serving as public official, affixed her name and identity to corporate documents associated with two entities, which are now under investigation for allegedly acquiring a fleet of Suzuki vehicles through questionable means. Authorities believe the assets in question may have been obtained unlawfully using public resources, prompting enforcement under Executive Order Number 145, which reaffirms Executive Order Number 126. These orders empower the government to identify and retrieve assets believed to have been illicitly acquired by current or former officials. The probe into bundles comes after the Supreme Court of Liberia on January 14 denied a petition filed by Gracious Ride challenging the legality of ABREPT. The company argued that the task force was unconstitutional since it was not established by legislative enactment. However, the court ruled that the petitioner lacked standing to bring the case forward. Delivering the court's opinion, Associate Justice James Eton Howard Waller stated that Gracious Wright could not assert constitutional claims on behalf of third parties and failed to prove that Executive Order Number 126 violated any constitutional provision. The petition praying for an order of this court declaring Executive Order 126 unconstitutional is hereby denied and it is hereby so ordered, Justice Wolcott stated. That ruling lifted a 9-month stay order that had put a pause on Arab operations, effectively clearing the way for the resumption of its mandate. The petition had been filed by Gracious Route through its legal team, Councillor Michael Wickens Wright, and Councillor Abraham Zazé. The lawyers argued that the executive order created an entity that duplicated the functions of the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, which they said was the only body legally authorized to investigate corruption-related issues. However, the government, represented by Councillor Martin, countered that the president acted within his constitutional powers under Article 50 of the 1986 Constitution, which vests executive authority in the presidency. He maintained that the creation of AREP did not infringe on any constitutional provisions and that the petitioner had no legal basis to challenge the executive order. Following the Supreme Court's ruling, AREP issued a statement welcoming the decision and reaffirming its commitment to the rule of law and anti-corruption efforts. The task force has, over the period of 9 months, complied with the Supreme Court stay order in obedience to the rule of law. AREP noted with a ruling now in favor of AREP, it has settled the legality and legitimacy of Executive Order Number 126 in consonance with Article 5C of the Constitution. Councillor Martin, a former chairman of the LSCC under the WIA administration, emphasized that the task force will operate within the bounds of the law and due process. He also urged individuals summoned by AREP to respect the rule of law and cooperate fully with the investigation. So let's get to more stories. We're running you through the front page Africa online versions. And let's see what we can get to, more stories, and then we can get to something else. All right, let's take the story. All right, let me take this story. Okay. Hey, stop. Let's get to this story. This one says, Women Unite Behind Edith Gongoway Nima by-election launch She Deserves a Seat campaign. And a coalition of women from across Liberia has launched a nationwide campaign, She Deserves a Seat, in support of Edith Gongoway, the only female candidate contesting the upcoming Nima County senatorial by-election. In a powerful joint statement released Tuesday, the women declared their unified support for Gongoway, describing her candidacy as a defining moment for gender equality and democratic representation in Liberia. We are women from towns and villages, markets, and ministries, the statement read. And today we are coming together to say with one voice, Edith Gongoway deserves a seat at the table. The campaign aims to rally support, raise funds, and mobilize citizens across all sectors to back Gongoway's bid for the Senate Organizers say her candidacy represents more than a political contest. It is a symbol of inclusion, leadership, and the long overdue representation of women in Liberia's higher decision making spaces. Gonglowe is seasoned politician and candidate in previous elections, seen by many as a trailblazer for women's leadership in Nima County and beyond. We are not supporting Edith just because she is a woman, said Naomi Tule Solanki on behalf of the women. We are supporting her because she is qualified, courageous, and committed. Her voice in the Senate will reflect the voices of countless women and girls across the nation. The campaign also highlights the challenges women in politics face in Liberia, including online harassment, cultural exclusion, and limited access to campaign resources. Supporters of Gonglo say these barriers must be confronted head on, not just for her, but for future generations of female leaders. We have seen what happens when women are excluded. Laws don't protect us, budgets don't include us, and leadership doesn't reflect us, the statement notes. In addition to mobilizing women, the campaign is calling for a male allies to step forward and support the movement, framing gender equality as a broader issue of democracy, justice, and national progress. Real men make space. Real leaders lift others up, the statement said. Gender equality is not just a women issue, it is a democracy issue. The launch, which took place at the Invincible Park in Monrovia, was attended by high profile women. Councillor Charlene Brumskin, former vice presidential candidate of the collaborating political parties, also speaking, delivered a passionate plea for gender equality in politics. Councillor Bromskin emphasized the significance of women backing women, while directly addressing critics, particularly male voices on social media, who have questioned the motive behind such solidarity. Women will stand for women no matter what, Brumskin declared. Right now, we see on Facebook men attacking women who want to support their fellow women. They are saying, oh, this is the time you people want to support women. I just want to tell the men something. None of us here will benefit personally if Madam Edith Gonglo wins this election. She would not put money in any of our pockets. Bromskin underscored that support for Gonglo transcends personal interests, describing it as an investment in the future of Liberia, particularly for men and boys as well as women and girls. We are doing this because of our sons and husbands. Before I can even think about our daughters, she said. If you look at the statistics, most of the richest countries making headway in terms of development and governance are doing so because women are in high positions and are making equal decisions in the governance structures of those countries. Bromsky called on men to abandon outdated gender stereotypes and embrace an exclusive path forward. There is no longer a gender divide. It is time to close the gender gap, she urged. It is about time that we get on the path with Ghana, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, and other African countries. The Nimba senatorial by election has drawn national attention, with Edith Gonglo positioning herself as a strong contender, not just as a woman, but as a leader with track record of service and integrity. This She Deserves a Seat campaign aims to challenge the male dominated political space and inspire a movement for equal representation in Liberia. As the campaign gains momentum, Gonglo supporters hope that this by election could mark a turning point for women's political empowerment in Nima and across Liberia. Folks, I think we can stop here and then let's see whether we have something else to share with you. Okay, but I think, folks, we can stop right there and take our break. So these are stories we brought to you. VP Kuhn fueling travel politics to sway Nima by election. Women unite. Another story says women unite behind Edith Gonglowe in Nima. Liberia, rule of law caucus denounces false reports. Okay, this is a story that we need to bring to you. The rule of law caucus of the House of Representatives has dispelled unverified reports regarding alleged negotiations involving the caucus and the majority bloc. According to the statement, misleading reports have surfaced suggesting that the Council of Chiefs and elders working under the auspices of the Ministry of Internal Affairs are facilitating negotiations. The Roman further claims that ongoing discussions are taking place between the rule of law caucus, the speaker, and members of the majority bloc. The caucus clarified, however, that these claims are entirely false. At no point have the Speaker, Honorable J. Fonanti Kofa, or any member of the Rule of Law Caucus engaged in discussion or negotiations with any group or political bloc regarding the current matter before the Supreme Court, the statement read. Emphasizing the primary of the judicial process, the caucus reiterated that it is awaiting the ruling of the Supreme Court, the ultimate arbiter in the matter. Our position remains firm. This case is not about individuals, it is about the sanctity of our laws, the authority of our institutions, and the future of our democracy, the caucus stated. The rule of law caucus call on the Liberian public and all stakeholders to maintain calm and respect the judicial process. The caucus urged everyone to reject any narrative that seeks to undermine the rule of law, reinforcing that the current dispute should be resolved through the legal channels rather than political maneuvering. The caucus remains committed to upholding the integrity of Liberia's legal and democratic institutions, reminding citizens that the Supreme Court's decision will be final and binding. All right, folks, we'll stop you right there and let's now take our break. Let's take our break. When we come back, hey, we will take our talking points. So let's take word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, some going deep and deeper. Put in thought to Ichiki. Be that living sense in hot.
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it, I mean you cheche. You wait for your safety. If you see a don't keep it, you must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Oh yes, Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you, bringing safety to our doors. All right, not to my door, not to Women Same Sign, but to all of us in this country. Once there is security issues, you have crimes being committed in the community. Crime Stopper is telling us that the first point of contact is the rule of law. So whenever you have a problem in your community, don't hesitate to get the police involved because they are the first point of contact. All right. So mob justice is not the way forward for us as a country. We cannot continue to take the laws into our hands. We agree that others who in high places are disrespecting the laws, but we as ordinary citizens in our communities, let us learn to respect the laws because that's the only way we can have a country and a country that laws are respected. So that's what Crime Stopper is telling us. Do not take the laws into your hands. We are here to bring safety to your doors, not to Winner door, not to Esther door, but to our doors, meaning all of us Liberians. Folks, it's good to be here this morning. Today is Wednesday midweek, and I know a lot of you are out there, trying to make ends meet. Some of you are thinking where to go to get stuff for your family. I know it's not easy, but you can't give up. The thing about this life, you got to keep pushing. Don't defeat yourself. I hate people to sit down and say, "What will I go now? Even if I go down there, what thing I will get?" You never know. Don't fold your hands and just sit there. Do something. Those hands are very active. Those legs of yours are very active. They can move. So don't just sit there and forget about yourself. Because the people say an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So if you sit there and not thinking about something positive, a whole lot of negative things will be coming on your mind. That's why you don't have to waste your time. Folks, we read too many stories relative to the senatorial by-elections in Nima County. And we also read from that same Nima County story that the opposition, the biggest opposition in this country that just left from power, the CDC has suspended seven of its members for defying party line, meaning that the party say we are supporting this person, and those seven individuals are saying to the party, no, we're not supporting them. We support the people that we want to support. So the party sees that as a disrespect to them. So those individuals have been suspended, and they will be subjected to the grievance and ethics committee for, the way forward. But, folks, the issue of tribalism in our country, this tribal thing, everybody preaching tribal politics. Oh, the person that Nima person, yeah, that Gio, that person Nana Gio, that person that Mano. So that the politics right now playing in Nima County. And I think this politics that is playing currently in Nima is not a good sign. It's not a good sign because you're being selective, you're discriminating people, or because she's not from the Gio tribe, or he's not from the Gio tribe, or she's from the minor tribe, he's not from the minor tribe, so we're not going to elect him or we're not going to elect her. This is not the time for tribal politics. One of the things that have been causing problem for us or that got us underdeveloped today, it is because of sentiments. We don't look at the real workings of people. We place them in position of trust. At the end of the day, they turn their backs on us. They only benefit themselves and their families. But we need to think bigger than that. That woman can do the same man can do. Let's agree our body parts are not structured the same way, but we all get the same kind of education. So if the body politics that is being played now, the tribal politics that is being played in Nema County, you have the sitting vice president of the country going to campaign for his choice and telling you, the people of Nema County, that this thing here is for the Gio people. It's not for the minor people. What is he telling you? He's bringing division into your county. No wonder why some people can say Kun, Jeremiah Kun from Sino. Some other people can say Jeremiah Kun from Nima. Because if Jeremiah Kun is a true patriot, somebody who loves his county, he wouldn't be preaching, tribal politics, because we have long surpassed that in this country. We know what tribal politics brought to us in this country between the crown and the Gio. But today you can see crown man and Gio man eating in the same pan. Gio woman and crown woman eating in the same pan because we have surpassed that. So for the vice president to be coming to tell you people that have voting rights in Nema County that this thing is for Gio and not for the Mano people, then what is he telling you? That Mano people does not have right in this county, which is wrong. Which is wrong, fellow Liberians. We cannot be pushing or preaching tribal politics because it's not going to get us to anywhere. See the workings of the person. Vote the person based on those tangibility. What this person have done, what hand mark this person, got in this place. These are things that you looked at. Kogan have served in that position for so many years as representative. And we all know that Koga is one of the brains behind the impasse that is currently ongoing at the grounds at the capital. I'm not going to sit here and tell you don't vote for Koga or don't vote for Edith Gongoway. I'm not the one going to tell you that. All I'm going to tell you is that when you are going to the polls on Saturday or whatever day that is meant for the election, which is going to be on the 22nd, do not vote based on tribal lines. That's the only thing I'm here to tell you. Do not vote on tribal lines. You weigh the candidates, see who can make the best representation. Koga have served as representative for so many years. And we all got recordings on Koga where he disrespected your godfather, who is the late Senator Prince Johnson. We got recordings here that we can play for you to listen because he wants to use the Prince Johnson stuff to get your votes. And if Prince Johnson was alive, I don't think he would be telling you to preach tribal politics. Prince Johnson would tell you, vote for the person of your choice. So that thing Koga doing, rolling on the ground, doing this, doing that, and disrespecting you, the women. How do you see that? That women cannot make a good representation at the level of the legislature. Who told you that? Who told you that? Go and follow some of the women who are currently at the legislature. Go and follow their track record in your districts, what they have done there. That alone will tell you that women are making the difference when it comes to leadership. We're talking about gender equality. Gender equality. Those days where you just keep the woman in the kitchen for all to be cooking, those days are gone. Why are they going to school? To get educated. When you get your education, you make impact in the society. But tribal politics will not get us anywhere in this country. So do not allow Jeremiah Kuhn to come and give you a few cups of rice, put $5 or $10 in your pocket, and tell you to vote for somebody who you know will not make the difference for you. The issue of tribal politics, we hope some of you who are watching us or listening to us via the internet and on your receivers, we hope you are getting this message. To those 7 guys who were suspended from the CDC, you cannot be within a political party and then you don't follow the norms of that party. That means that you need not to be there. If your party mandate say do this, you must do it. If we are feeding this candidate, this is the candidate we should throw our weight behind. But the party say, let's do this, and you say, no, we're not going to listen to the party. So who are you to say you're not going to listen to your party? No wonder why our country is like this. Because we can be within, and then we undermine. We were here 6 years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago, we're here in this country, and then there were many times people were calling on the radio, Mr. President Weah, at the time President Weah was in power. President Weah, you got these people in your government undermining the government, they're doing this, they're doing that. Mr. President, these people need to go. These people are not, they are not in support of you. They are not in support of your pro-poor agenda. So why are you still keeping them? But what was in the minds of the president was quite different from those who were calling on the radio. The president said these people are Liberians. I was elected as a president of the Republic of Liberia, not as president of CDC. So what are you from MDRO? What are you from UPO? What are you from DISO? What are you from DATO? You deserve to have a space in the governance structure of our country. So President, we are all hands on deck. That be it from what political party, we must all have a one goal, and that goal must be pushing our country forward, taking Liberia from this level to a higher level. But you cannot be within the system and then you betray the system. You undermine the system. It's wrong. It's wrong. That shouldn't be tolerated anywhere. You know what tribal politics have done to us in this country? You know what tribal politics has done to us as a country? It has divided us over the years. And then you have the man who is at the second highest seat in the country is telling you that you shouldn't vote for a minor person, you should vote for a Geo person. He's preaching tribalism at this point in time in our country. When we talk about unifying the country, when we talk about reconciliation, yeah, you still have a vice president who is preaching tribal politics in our country. This is so sad for our country. You know, we put people into leadership, and that's what we get from them at times. The sitting vice president will go into Nima and preach that kind of politics that this thing is for the Geo people, is not for the Mano people. And you Mano people sit there and see him as, oh yes, our son, he's from our county. This is not the issue of county. He's vice president for the Republic of Liberia. He's not vice president for Nima County. So let's get that record straight. Every day we sit here, we talk about reconciliation. Let's reconcile the country, man. Oh, politics don't divide us. Politics have divided us. Let's reconcile the country. The other day, I was talking to a few of my Unity Party beginners, you know, and I was making some points to them, and they were making some points to me. But at the end of the day, we all, you know, had our differences, but we shook hands at the end of the day. Because you know why? Everybody can be on one side. If everybody on one side, then what the essence of democracy? Who would be there for? Who would be against? Then you will have nothing straight going. Everybody say, yeah, we're supporting the one man. So who would be there if the man going astray? Who would be there to tell him that you're doing the wrong thing? You need people to checkmate people. So we go places, we listen to people, we make our input, and you know, at the end of the day, we all agree to disagree. But what matters is that togetherness. Not because you supported Joseph Bangaso, I'm gonna juke you with Nev, or you supported George Riaso, I'm gonna juke you with Sonny. No. It is your right to support George Ria. It is your right to support Joseph Bwanga. But we engage the issues, not the personalities. Let's engage the issues. Why will a sitting vice president go in the county and tell you that this thing is for the Geo people? Koga is telling you, the women and girls of that county, after the show, please, is telling you that XYZ women shouldn't be given the opportunity. Koga, I'm quite sure he got girls' children. So if you will be telling women like these things, then it means there is no need of you giving women education. Because the same thing you can do in as much our body parts is not structured the same way, but there are also people who can make the difference in society. So we'll go to the phone lines and take a few calls. Let's hear from our people. Let's hear from you, those of you who are listening, those of you who are watching. You drop your comments. We'll take them bit by bit and read them out for you. We'll take your calls. So you can call us on 0776 104 104, 0776 104 104. That's the number. 0770 297 016. That's the number is just for the female callers. The WhatsApp line is also active, plus 231 886 500 104. That's for you outside Liberia. We don't take local calls on the WhatsApp line. Please, if you are listening and you want to call, don't use the local lines, the WhatsApp line to call if you are in Liberia. The WhatsApp number is for only those that are outside Liberia, because we want them to have their say too on the show. So we got 3 numbers for local callers: 086 500 104, 0776 104 104, 0770 297 016. Only the women can call the other number, the last number I just announced, 0770 297 016. So let's go and take our very first caller. We'll come to the comments and read them out, but let me talk to this person first. Hello?
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm now we're calling from Red Light.
Calling from Red Light?
Red Light, yes.
Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you have a minute.
Thank you for the topic on discussion. Although I'm not a division or the data related party, but I let to be transparent and so during the going to the election when Jeremiah was supporting the current senator Yantori, while the Unity Party or the agent was talking between us, now they take me to the travel vote while we say for them at that time and it is true that we can get one man and one kill. I mean the support of Yantori and Kuga. And then you talk with Yantori, so they can't buy it, they look at that. Let's try to pull another kill, but they come here to a travel politics. That's why I want to take on.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, we'll answer that question for you. Hello?
How are you, Mr. Andrews?
I'm not Andrews, please. My name is Nimne.
I'm sorry, Mr. Nimne. Mr. Nimne, sorry.
David King, you're not small man.
I think he was done the same.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Nimne, you see, this thing you're talking, they may look people to other people, but these are serious issues. For us to have the second most powerful person in the country trying to bring travel politics, body politics, I think is not a good thing. And that's what I have said all of the time, that Jeremiah is not a leader. He do not even present himself as a leader. Sometimes you listen to Jeremiah, he's speaking like one of the waters our boy. And I don't think as a national leader should be speaking that way. Mm-hmm. Look at the way the man addressed the former president when he went to the States. Talking about a president, we are the common citizen. You killing me? Jeremiah, are you a leader? He's not a leader. He is not a leader. Because you supported Yantoine just the future. Okay, aside from that, say I want to make the thing to look like the travel thing. We saw Tomo. He was a Cuban and like president. You Jeremiah claim to be a Cuban. You as Senator Johnson also served as 2 Cuban individuals and like president. There was not an issue. So why now you are telling people say and they think for the Cuban and not for the man of people? Is that how you people want to build the country? The national unity will talk about every day. You say how you're going to unify the country? To be so divided as a national leader, you must behave like a twin mother. Lie on your back. So all of the children can be on the feet on your breast.
So true.
But the way you see our country, I don't think it's a good way. You and your President Joe Biden, the two of you are very much divided, and we will take this country to. We will not see it. We should be consulted enough to know that you people don't mean well for this country. We must follow our mind, not to follow you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of David King. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, welcome to the Pre News. Tell us your name and where you join us from.
Where I'm joining you from Bona Farm. I'm Gibson Basin.
Go ahead.
I listen to you too.
Okay.
Now, I'm not from Nida. I'm from Grenco.
Okay.
What happened is that people are saying that Jeremiah Kun supported the past candidate, Charles Wombe. Now, Charles Wombe is from the other era of the section of that tribe there. So then, if Coca is running from the Geo sector, I think he's right that the Geo people can take it. He's not divisive. He's telling them the truth. They supported the previous one, and the second one he's supporting them, bringing peace, unity, and stability in the country.
Thank you. Let's leave it there. Let's talk to you. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine, man. Sisi, welcome to the show.
Thank you for the show. Thank you for picking my call. Let me say hi to my beloved boss. Anybody there, Esther is there. Let me say hi to every one of them. Yeah, with that, they put into chaos.
Go ahead, man.
They want to talk chaos. Who's talking about you there?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, come here. So what I'm saying that they put into chaos because they're Jeremiah put the land in them. People are talking today, you want to bring division of one of people in Liberal Party. They say for campaign for him. You understand? They mention that they want to, they were all over the place. Now, people campaign for him today. They say, don't for man, man, go for kill, man. Don't for kill, man, go for person. No, you can't do things like that as a leader in the development of the country. You can't do things like that to the whole party. They put campaign for you, hold up again, it's very wrong. You say it's bad, then let's stop it. Yeah, calling on the Nigerian with them. And let's shut the other report is there for free justice. The way he died, he confessed before he died. He won their needs. The only for keep free justice, they never get the answer. He will win a never country for the burial. They try to get the activity, they never will fire for the government. What is looking for? What is blaming me? What is so weird? That's what they don't want in the country. They will carry it. That all of the officials today, they are keeping the country. What is work for the country? After they kept it today, with all three, the women will be sick. You want a pressure. What do you think about today? We have Kosa. What is credit man? So you don't shut it up. You don't shut it up.
Hold your line. I will hold you after this caller.
You understand? Can you turn it down? Over the tree. And you get anybody for now, when I fall back. You be able to pick up anybody for the tree. They want to get for that. So I put them on the barriers. And then they are wanting to go and get somebody food that will serve for them tomorrow. Not for them because he's very dishonest and he's not ready for the country.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Sisi. Let's go to this overseas caller. I just don't know where this caller is from. But let's hear you, this person. Good afternoon from Liberia.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you, sir. Your name and where you join us from?
My name is DT Water, and I'm calling from Canada.
All right. Let's hear you, sir.
So, what I noticed about Liberian politics is that the politics is in limbo in a sense that we do not have what they call the equilibrium politics system, which we have the liberal, or for instance, the liberal and the conservative system. So, though our forefathers were talking about multi-party system, but now the system is not in multi-party system nutshell. We have so many parties in Liberia. And if this is not looked into, we'll have serious problem in Liberia. And we'll have serious problem in Liberia in this. Hello, are you there?
We are listening. Go ahead, sir. We are listening to you.
We will have serious problem in Liberia because we have so many problems that will bring about tribalism and all that. So even in the House of Representatives, in the House of Congress, we would not have majority. We do not know who's the majority, who's the minority. So we should be able to have people that we would know this is for the Conservative Party and these are for the Liberal Party. So if we have that system, we know the multi-party system. Yes, it's good. But if we continue to have too many party systems that will vie for the presidency, it's not good. We should have at least two major parties that will take the initiatives for presidency. That's what the United States does. That's what even in Canada, that's what the people do. They wouldn't take more than 3 parties to go to vie for the presidency. So that way you will know which part you are voting for. If you are voting for the presidency, if you are voting for the presidency, if you are conservative, if you are liberal, then we know that in the House of Representatives, we know that there will be majority or minority. So we say minority and majority in the House of Representatives. Who do you have as a majority there? And who do you have there as a minority? You don't know which party is the head party or the minority party or major party. So we do not know these things. So we have to come back to the normal democratic system to forget about too much multi-party system vying for the presidency. 2 parties, major parties in Liberia will be good and will stop the too many tribalism and all these things we're talking about today. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Let's keep the calls coming in. The WhatsApp line remains 0. That's +231 86 500 104. Let's come back to the local lines. Let's talk to you. Hello. Yeah, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
In my mind, I think as a voter or Liberian, I don't think that we should be voting on our leader based on tribalism. I believe that we should be voting our leader based on the responsibility. And Samuel Kuka has the people of the number 5 in River County have given Samuel Kuka 3 cardinal function responsibility that he's supposed to perform. But today, Kuka have taken responsibility and put it in the pocket of Joseph Waka. Not doing anything for the people of River. If you ask him today, say, oh, Mr. Kuka, what have you done? Since I've been section in government, the only thing you'll tell you have been successful in removing speaker. You can be wrong with that. So it is that. So I'm just calling the people of River County because our observers are watching us. The way you will vote, that's how you will take it to me. So everything is well and then you set it back. So we are calling the people on neighbor to vote wisely. At Manino Congo, where we the best the people on neighbor. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Yeah, what's up, sir?
Yeah, welcome to the show.
This is Edward Danzay from Nima.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for your discussion on topic. But I think when it and the VP went at one time into election, they went for the presidential position. I think it won, said it. But the national election, when it comes to the court, somewhere they did a man here. And one thing I always say, we should go to tribalism. Let's just be gender equality. Get the money, the executive and the area. No woman, nobody there for Nima. By the way, the upper house. So for me, I prefer that either go. Let this guy for man or Q. That either go if Kuka is in the house again. Kuka want to go and contest, then you open all of my election. The money going there. The money going for nothing. So Nima told us, let us get my either. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your contribution. Let's continue. Let's take more calls. Let's talk to this person. Hello. Hello.
Thank you. Get pleasant. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Nimble.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you, and let me say a good afternoon to your followers. My name is Hussein. I'm Hussein Care when I call Jacobstown.
Let's hear you, Hussein. Welcome.
Thank you so kindly. So I followed the conversation election. But the first thing that we have to realize, there is a constitution that permits that brings citizens to contest in an election. I don't, they are qualified by the NEC, and it's in no violation. But then comes in what we call expediency. And because the law permits people to run, then we forget about expediency. Yes, of course, Koga has his right to contest in an election. But at this crucial time, where the country is facing some economic challenge, for me, I don't think it's necessary that Koga contest in this election, because what we're witnessing and seeing and our friends are telling on the man, he's definitely going to win this election. It's definitely going to be another bad election. Honestly, because we're talking to our friends or to our mind, but we have our friends there, we're talking to them. Koga's going to win the election on a serious note, or because the way our law is written, so this is why we find it difficult to control some of those things on our society. And it's just getting the country backward. Why will you have, in fact, look at one of the law, you have a safety representative. When he lost an election, 6 years, the law says you should pay a 50% or what you were receiving at the time when you were represented. That is very accurate. That is a sheer wickedness, because the making the safety representative for 6 executive years, he goes on election and they're waiting, then somebody say the man will retire. Then you're paying 50% of what you were receiving as a lawmaker. That is a disservice to the ordinary Nigerians. You see, so for me, my recommendation, the Constitution needs to be rewritten. That's the only way the country will improve. If the Constitution remain like this, there should be no amendment even. There should be a rewrite of the Constitution so we can spend some of the law with modern reality. The law we have is very archaic.
Okay.
You have another law called tailing. A representative of the round tailing, because it's permissible, so people will use the law. And that's what the law says. Koga has the right to contest. But we have to rewrite the Constitution. That's the only way the country will improve. Thank you so kind of much. We hope our people remain peaceful, because that is my birthday. So I want to wish her then a happy election day. What about electing the candidate of the throne?
Oh, we got April 22 that your birthday, so you wishing the people to be peaceful. Hussein. They begin out small begin. All right, Hussein, happy pre-birthday to you.
Thank you. That's kind of you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Let's take this caller. Then we go and read the comments, and then in the next few minutes we out of here. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. I'm Jeanette Gates. I'm from Mama Point.
Go ahead, Gina. Let's hear you.
Okay. Hey, brother, this is a strange thing. When I need Rocket Scientist to know that a united party government is not a unified party. You saw in the 12 years of Madam Salif administration, in as much that people were bitter, they call them noisy minority. That was the name they gave us at that time. Because when you talk something that you are grieving over, they get new for you. And today, Joseph Baka, who has served under that administration, under Madam Salif for 12 years, he came back to be a president, and he just got his own thing doing. From the onset, the man is not a unifier. You saw when he was leading the CPP, at the end of the day, when it comes to him to become the chairman, what happened next? Everything broke apart. They started going to court. Instead of concentrating on election, they went to court. You hear? How the other person single document, the other person single the other document. But you know, any president or any leader that comes to lead, it does not have to be a Jennifer. President Weah is a peaceful man, and we all know that President Weah has been a peaceful man for a very long time. He has no stigma in his country here.
Okay.
So they will do everything at the end of the day. They will still bow down to him. Take my word.
Thank
they
you.
Will bow down to him.
Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you. Let's go to the overseas line and take this caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Yonata. Good morning, my brother. How you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you, Salia. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Salia Son. I'm calling from the US. You know, the Liberian people themselves, when they are not serious. I'm talking about the electors, not everyone in the country. Those that are electing these people.
Mm.
How will you have Koga, who been in the house for 13 years, And you can't even ask Koga what he has done for the people, for y'all. Let the people ask Koga for bring your phone grade sheet. Nobody go to the next. You send a child to school before they go to the next class, they gotta pass. So why you not holding the politician accountable too? Koga spent 13 years. What has he done? Koga is coming back to tell you the unified government is not serious because you're looking for money to pay teachers and you're calling for another by-election. That's just how I see it, calling for another by-election. Because if you elect Koga, that's another by-election of 60 days, you gotta feel that spot. Who's really advising these people? The unified government is just, the opposite of the son of God. Everywhere when he was doing good, that's just about that. He's the opposite of that. Everywhere he went, everything he touches, derailed. It went down the drain. Joseph Boga has no track record. The same way most of the people behind him has no track record. Jeremiah, what's his track record? And I will blame the citizen too. In some case, when the citizen needs to come up and tell the people who they want to vote for. Be square and clear. Vote for Eden. Stop sharing the vote around. When you confuse the people like that, then they will start guessing. And once they leave the electors guessing, that's how you get 40 people that go out and will get elected. Because if you can't be clear to tell your people, say, oh, go vote for Eden, you know very well. Like, how to call it, the two people that are running against Eden, from the opposition end, they had no standing like Eden. Eden got standing. Eden being in the race. Put your weight behind Eden. Stop telling people, say, be neutral. In election, democracy, there's no neutrality. All the neutral people are the people that vote for the worst candidates.
Okay.
Because when you try to be neutral, then people like Koga will win. And when Koga win, another by-election, then you play for money to conduct by-election, looking for money to pay a teacher, the student now getting the fee again. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't know Ali was here, so we have like 5 more minutes. I think we can use that 5 more minutes with Aliyu, then we go. But I want to apologize when I take the comments today. So, Aliyu, I'm sorry, man. I didn't see you there. So let's hear from you anyway. Aliyu Masaleh, are you there? Mr. Masaleh, you there? Aliyu Masaleh, are you there? Okay, it's like Aliyu backstage, and we can hear from him. So let me get to the comments. I'll take a few comments, and then we go from here at 12:30. So let's get to the comments. It says, let the people from Clarence Obechi, it says, let the people put aside tribal politics and vote in the interests of their county. And K. Gatti Passover says, hi, family. Miritula says, good morning, my Freedom FM family. I'm following you from New Georgia Estate. Thanks for the great job. And Susie Lamadine says, in the past history, you will get to know who were at the wrong. And Gov T Fire says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm following you from Painesville, EW Junction. Good job. Peter Limpita says, we did that just yesterday in our community. And good morning, my Freedom family. Following you from my usual location in Congo Town, Peter Lane Peters. This one from Uncle Nuge. He says, good morning, Freedom family. My name is Nuge and Kanyo, and I'm watching you from Chicken Soup Factory. Austin, that's Ansu Masia, says, I'm following you from Iron Factory Community District 13. Clarence Obechi says Joseph Waka will be running after George Weah and his followers, leaving his corrupt officials untouched. Leave CDC and her officials and solve the bread and butter issue that you promised. All right, from Clarence Obechi. Tony Blafokofa says watching you from Martinez, California. And Eric Ja Solo Jr. says, hey, Freedom, I'm following you from following the show from Magibi. And Clarence Obechi says, how can a vice president of a country be so tribalistic? Wish the good people of Nima County reject tribalism and vote for a better representation. Jeremiah Cohn is so power drunk. What kind of vice president are you? All right. Abdullah Duclis says, I'm following you closely from my Barclay community. Mary Dolo says, watching from where it's not indicated. Moses Royer says, follow you from Timberland Home. Fumacho, that's Fumacho Trading Office. And Peter one day says, good morning, Freedom Family. I'm following you from Crown Hill. Says, following you from Crown Hill Community. Thanks for the show. But let's go to Aliyu. Aliyu, we brought you on, but we couldn't get you. So Aliyu, we can close up from your end. I'm sorry, we brought you in this late. But let's get a minute or two from you, then we go home.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Aliyu, are you there?
Yes, I'm hearing you clear.
Aliyu, you have to unmute your system. I don't know what's happening. Aliyu, are you there?
I'm here.
Mr. Masale, are you there? Oh, I don't know what's happening, but
I'm hearing you.
Aliyu, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, then tomorrow.
Aliyu, we can hear you.
Well, I don't know. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, but I'm hearing you now, but you're coming in broken. So I'm sorry for bringing you in this late, but let's take a minute or two from you so we can go.
Yeah, thank you. The issue about the Nima County election, we all know, like just as we said yesterday, for me, what I'm sensing, this election is not going to be free and fair, in as much as you can see the vice president has started bringing about travel, politics and things, and even his presence in Nima there, that's a complete intimidation to the electorate. Those people who are going to vote, the voters, they will be somehow intimidated. But we pray, these people, they know, they see Unity Party that brought Joseph Boakai to power. They see Nima people, they voted for Unity Party today, and they see what happened where is Green Johnson today that they want Samuel Koga to represent. They see Samuel Koga insulted the late Senator Johnson. They see Unity Party people intimidated and depressed the man today to early death. And that they see Unity Party people coming to tell you, say, you vote for Samuel Koga. This is not a good signal for the people of Nima County. This man has failed the people of Nima County, even a district. And today they're bringing him back to York for him to come and be senator. What are his track records? See what he has done in the lower house. So Joseph Boakai and the Unity Party, his vice president, they're doing everything to bring the man to get rid of the Senate pro tem. Because they want another regime, Senate pro tem, just had requested to get a regime speaker. So the people of Nima County, you have to really open your eyes. This man is not a good representation for the people of Nima County. Look at his record in the house, what he have done and what he's doing there. Is that the kind of man you want him to go and represent you? Even if you don't want a woman to represent Nima, there are other male candidates within the race. But bringing Samuel Koga is not a good thing for the people of Nima County. You look at his record. It shouldn't be, oh yeah, because he's outspoken, we need someone that can speak, someone that can jump over their body. No. This is not something good for Nima County, who happen to be one of the biggest electoral college county within our country. So the people of Nima, we pray, and those who are supporting either the poor washer, please, you put the interest of Nima County first. Because if Samuel Koga have done well for the people of Nima County, I think you will see the heavy weight. You see all the ministers, directors, they are going today to campaign for him. Because he has failed Nima County. That's why they are there for. And either Gongo where is the heavyweight. But the strategy CDC use is best doing to them. They know what they are doing. But for some of us, we think it was a best strategy. But all in all, we pray for the best. As for me, anybody can win the election in Nima and stay with you, with the exception of Samuel Koga, who is only going there to do nothing for Nima County, but to bring another division in the House of Senate. Till we can meet again tomorrow. God bless America. God bless Liberia. And we pray for Nima County to have a free, fair, and successful election. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Leo Masaleh there from the United States. And folks, on that note, this is how we conclude this edition of the midweek edition of the pre-news. God's willing, we'll be back here tomorrow with What's on Your Mind edition of the show. Until then, my name is Wendell Nimna. Thanks for listening.
As soon as they pray,